Why did somebody's referred to? Why would they called it? Why is this? Somebody happens to be speaking about. Somebody happened to have stated. That was totally different, somebody even said, than the earlier conversation. It's coming new, somebody even clarified which part. And if okay, Hinamoyan's gonna know, somebody said only because somebody said yeah, but somebody said only because somebody said yeah, but somebody said only because somebody said. And somebody even called it based on. So when somebody happened to get Hinamo, okay, and somebody referred to, and if I somebody's gonna hand my and if okay, Hinamoyan's gonna know, somebody said yeah, but somebody said only because somebody said. Can't do which part, and how do you feel that's a truth based on? Let's see. Interesting question. Why are you? Somebody happened to be stating because I. Why are you asking me? I would ask. When somebody's referred to. Somebody happens to. I wouldn't have thought. Didn't really want to do that part. Now he wants to take it all back. Just because my response. She's a little more aware than he planned for. And if Hockey Hinamoyanskina knew, somebody said. And if Hockey Hinamoyanskina knew. The A. Somebody said, somebody even stated based on Hinamoyan's gonna know. Somebody referred to, do you even know what you're saying, Jim? No, I do not. Even if I listened back, which I could stop and rewind and actually factually listen back, which would be very cool. And if Wakahina Moyans gonna knew, somebody said, only because somebody said, yeah, but somebody said, only because somebody said. Somebody even noticed the pause, the quick stop, and then the change of, yeah, perhaps. That's the way I saw it. Look back. Interesting question. Somebody referred to it as, why would it have anything to do with words that came out my mouth? What you want to do. Somebody even referred to. Somebody speaking about. Somebody wanted to refer to as an actual factual in. Somebody even stated. Somebody stated. When? How come when? Somebody who just give my hand out. Simply somebody said only because somebody said, yeah, but somebody said only because somebody said. Well, when somebody said. What do you mean by when? If somebody wants to call. If what? Interesting question. What were you trying to attack with? That was my question. Somebody's speaking. Somebody called. Listen back. It's just supposed to be speaking. Let's see. Somebody wants to believe in somebody called based on. What do you mean? How? Why would that do that? What do you mean by this? How many like this? Which one is this? I heard. Interesting question. Why did I ever? So, your preventative caused me to have to do shit that I just had to do. Simple as that. You didn't like it? Oh well. It's the best I got. Somebody said. Somebody even stated. LMNOP, somebody said. Somebody referred to. Right excited, very proud of themselves. Interesting question. Listen back. And now think about it from somebody else's perspective, eh? Interesting way to put it. Why would she have said interesting way to put it? Because somebody said interesting, and the best I had at that moment was, I don't know why I couldn't say a more full sentence. Somebody, see back. And somebody happened to even somebody called it. Why would you have thought you had any right? Which one was this? Somebody spoke. Somebody said. Interesting. It's okay. Somebody called it. Would have. Full rights. Somebody wanted to refer to based on place. Yep. Sounds like rape to me. Somebody happened to have even agreed. R.A. Whoa. Didn't I then? Holy Hannah. In the raw. I said in the raw. When I was talking about the healing through vulnerability. Well, let me tell you. It's Eskimo, somebody said. Well, somebody would call based on. Somebody's referred to what? But they're saying this other thing as soon as all of this. Somebody happened to refer to based on. It's an excellent question. Appreciate it. Interesting. And when further how different the energy so that you can see there's a difference between them. It's somebody said it's Is somebody to refer to based on. Eskimo, somebody said. Somebody wants to refer to based on. How did you get what you got? Anyone needs skin in you out. Somebody referred to. Somebody referred to. Eskimo, somebody said. Pardon me. Why would it have needed to have been? Oh, seems almost. SH. Somebody wanted to refer to and somebody happened to notice and if when somebody would come in somebody happened to wonder. Oh, it's coming out of the enemy. It's coming him on skin and you and it's skinny and my self. Coming him on in him on in him to him on what's coming to him on it's going him on for what reason? What sake? Excellent question. He's going him on Oh, Lord, lift and Leviduck, somebody stated. Interesting question. Made, somebody want to refer to. What do you mean by this? What would this be significant to? Why is this? How? Connection. Somebody happened to have somebody just get him on skin and somebody happened to even wonder if what part of me already freaking had that. You go ahead and you see back before you get to touch a thing. So don't you even think you're going to take from me who I am. What happened to me in my life never should have. Never should have. Somebody spoke. Interesting significance, please. Listen back. Somebody happened to state Palska. Somebody noticed. Well, they happen to. It's what you get to know. It's none of your fucking business. Based on what? Somebody happened to be speaking. Somebody wants to refer to what? There was a question being asked, and then all of a sudden. Somebody wants to call what? No. How did they ever? I don't understand. See back. You're referring to what? What do you mean? What do you mean? What's that one supposed to mean? Why is this? Especially after what I already said to you about these. Pardon me? Said, you defined it as. Why would I have said with my eyes? Why would I have said with my eyes what? Somebody wants to state. We think. Somebody wants to say that if we got what we think we got, only what else has to be on camera if you got it? Has to. Absolutely 150% by yourselves. On video. Pals gets the way it's done. Can't you see this part? Doesn't get to get you without. Somebody's trying to state based on. Somebody wanted to call based on. What alarm is this? Somebody said, yes, she's all big deal. Matters, apparently. Somebody said. It's not about, it was about the perspective that went that direction. Somebody said, excellent question. Oh, you wouldn't just come on and wait to gain what come in to come out interesting way to come in. Somebody happened to give me home with to be when to give me home somebody happened to come in to come now it's like something to come in just to come in and if it come out some hand to come in like I said, listen back. It's oh, somebody said. Oh, it's going out. It's an interesting question. It's going to what else is it that I get to want? Listen back. I don't get to have my own brain right there. But when it gets quiet, I tend to get to do some stuff. Sometimes I just want it, as soon as it does, I make the decision to go do something. Then it gets done. Simple as that. If I didn't, it wouldn't get done. So, some of us do really well in life, despite the way you may look at us. So I see it. How else am I supposed to see it when you keep telling me it's only? And fired me. I almost should. That'd be so funny. Oh, I swear this. Oh, there's just a few views on some of them. There's a few on some. You know, my Instagram knew somebody said. I get over 1,000 views for sure. Like, been seeing. You been seeing? You guys seeing? Okay. I finally got one. Just because. Ain't been seen nowhere. Oh, Eskimo, somebody said, oh shoot, somebody just pairing up while I'm talking. Oh, it's coming new. If it gets a few. Somebody said. And some, as I said. So there's even on the, somebody said. Oh, look at how they want to see it. See? Somebody stated based on. It took my hand. Somebody went, oh, come on, listen. Eskimo, somebody said. In a fucking mind's gonna know, somebody said. Somebody said. Yes, of course I would. I'm not going to pretend to be somebody else. If somebody says, I say somebody said. Every once in a while, they still slip out of me. But I think because was back. That was one of their ends. I don't know how they ever got to. But it was because they got to that they just kept doing it. They thought, well, yeah, I can do it this way. Yeah, I can do it this way. Yeah, I can do it this way. They didn't care. Didn't hurt them one little bit. They didn't care. Not even this much. Got a visual. Oh, it's como somebody said they want to use it different. LMNOP, somebody said. Yes, como, somebody said. Somebody said. Somebody said. Especially since Hinamoin's right? I sang the song because I did, I guess. To make sure I kept getting. Perhaps. It's a good one. Hinamoin's gonna know, somebody said. Only because. Excellent question. I appreciate your asking. Eskimo, somebody said. Oh, Foki Hinamoin's gonna know, somebody said. LMNOP, somebody said. Yeah, but somebody said only because. Somebody said, yeah, but somebody said only because. Somebody said, oh no, it's about to end.